Frank Del Rio, your real estate expert, and I'm here with our March real estate update. We're gonna get into the numbers. I'm still old school. I like writing down all of my data points when I'm looking at the numbers. I actually track the real estate numbers here locally and in all the areas I cover every single week, as well as I'm out there looking at properties. We've already listed over 10 homes for the year. We've sold 4, we've got 2 in escrow. So I have a pulse of the marketplace that is going to serve you if you're a home seller or you're a home buyer. I can't stress enough right now, with all of the noise in real estate on social media, make sure you're listening and following someone who's actually doing this every single day. It's really easy to regurgitate information from other sources. It's a lot harder to pull the data and show from personal experience what your clients are experiencing, what the market's doing, and how to navigate these volatile waters ahead. So let's break down the numbers for you in a real easy form. I'm going to talk about supply of homes, the median price for homes that have sold, and then the active listings for sale. We're going to talk about days on market, and then I'm going to go over the actual numbers in Yorba Linda of what's happening for homes for sale. So let's start with supply of homes. As of March, we're sitting at a 1.6 month supply of homes. So still super anemic, low levels of inventory. This is a strong seller's market. Now, to give you perspective, 0 to 5 months is a strong market. 5 till about 6.5 months, that's a neutral market. And then 6.5 months or greater of supply, that's a heavy buyer's market. We haven't seen that buyer's market since 2007, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So there's a good chance we're not really going to see that market anytime soon. So just prepare for a seller's market probably for the next 2 to 3 years is what I'm seeing and what I'm forecasting based on my research of the numbers. So right now you're sitting at a 1.5 month supply of inventory. Let's talk about the median sold price. That's up from last year in March. This right now it's 1.4. So 1,400,000 is the median sold price, up 2.5% from last year at this same time. Now, what's interesting about this is the median price for a home for sale, this means it's active on the market, is 1.7. And that's pretty common. When the marketplace is moving up, it's really interesting. The median list price is always up here. The median sold price is always down here. It's usually like a $200,000 gap. In this instance, for Yorba Linda, for the city, it's a $300,000 gap. So that's important if you're buying a home and it's listed for far more than what it really should be. You want to make sure that the professional you're working with, both the realtor and the lender, are in tune to the numbers so they can help you make the best calculated decision on that home, not just jumping in full tilt because they're listed at a certain price. And you know, it's not a buyer's market, it's a seller's market. So you shouldn't negotiate, you shouldn't haggle, you should just give them what they want. Don't do that. Run the numbers. The marketplace is not moving as fast as it was 2-3 years ago when homes were selling like this. You have time. So any realtor trying to pressure you otherwise, or your lender pressure you otherwise, I would definitely push back on that. Give them a little resistance, because it sounds like they're more interested in making a deal than making sure you're getting the right home at the best price. Let's talk about so we talked about the median price gap there, 1.7 of listed homes for sale right now. I want to talk to you about the days on market. How long it's taken a home to sit on the market before it goes into escrow. Right now we're sitting at 42 days. That's how long it's taken to get into escrow. So if you're looking at a home right now and you're on the market, you're a buyer looking into the marketplace and it's been on the market for less than 42 days, don't get excited. That home, there's nothing wrong with it, and it might not even be a deal yet. If you're north of 42 days, there might be opportunity there, just saying, based on the numbers, might be opportunity there to get a good deal on the price or the terms. It's up to your real estate professional to do the back end research for you and find out what's taken place on that home, that it's now going way past the average days on market. One thing I can tell you from some of the buyers we've worked with this year, we have strategically looked for homes that have been on the market for more than 40 days. And we've zoned in on those first. And we found that they were the most negotiable. They were the most open to a price adjustment, a concession to credit the buyer, different time frames and so forth. So there's some good opportunities out there if you know how to look for them. And that's where a strong real estate professional comes into play to help assist you in that. Because as a buyer, you only have so much access to information, right? So days on markets, 42 days. We've been hovering at it at around that like 37 to about 45 for the last 3 months. It's kind of been going like this. So nothing too crazy, nothing too low. it's a good steady marketplace in that sense. Let's talk about the active inventory of homes for sale. We have been bouncing around about 42 to 55 homes for sale since January. This past March, we were sitting at around 47. Right now, we're actually at 48 total homes on the market. Now, let me break this down for you. Single family homes, there's 40 of those. And then there's 8 condo townhomes. So if you're looking in the marketplace right now as a buyer and you want to buy a condo townhome, you only have 8 homes to choose from. Now, what's interesting is the median price of the 8 is sitting at $560,000. Who knew? You could get a home in Yorba Linda for $560,000. There you go. There's opportunity. On the single family side though, of that 40, the median price is 1.8. So it's pretty high, which is common when you're in a strong seller's market. Before you scare yourself out of the market, make sure your professional is looking for you in terms of the type of home you want, and then doing the research behind that property to see if the numbers are right in line with what we're talking about here, so you can make the best deal happen for yourself. Now, all of this information, if you're a home seller, what does this mean? If you're a home seller, you're sitting pretty right now. You've got inventory in your favor because there's just no supply. You've got demand in your favor because we still have a plethora of buyers that want to move into Yorba Linda. Not just because of the homes, but because of the lifestyle, because of the schools, because of the safety, because of the walking trails, because of the parks, because of so many other factors that it's causing the homes here in Yorba Linda to still move up, which is a great position to be in. I will tell you, buyers are not silly though, and they're not crazy anymore like they were in 2021 and 2022. They're very cost conscious because all of the other ancillary services have gone up in price. Taxes, insurance, the interest rate still bouncing around. In February, it went up to 7, came back down. It's bouncing around that 6-ish type rate, but there's no sign of the interest rates dropping tremendously. If you've been paying attention to the Fed, they're going to do it incrementally. It was supposed to happen in March, didn't. It's probably going to be summer. Who knows? You have buyers that are very cost conscious right now. So consider that. If you're going to be listing and selling your home, make sure your realtor and you put together a strategy and a plan that is going to make it super successful for the sale of your home. I say this with a little bit of air of caution. When the market's going hot, 2 things happen. You've got the groups that come in and tell home sellers, oh yeah, you can get this crazy price. You really can't. Like if you run the numbers, as crazy as the market is, homes are still selling at where homes are selling. The market is going to sell where the market's going to sell. Unless you have some astronomically crazy amenities or competitive advantage in some degree, then yes, you can move the needle further. Not a lot of those homes out there. But during that phase, 2 things take place. One, you have the agents coming in that are just, blowing smoke, and your home will just sit there on the market and you're wondering why. Well, it's because you did overshoot the market. But then you have the other groups right now that unfortunately are still kind of trying to direct people that our market's going to crash when it's not. The data's not there for that. So they're trying to scare people into submission and taking the lower price. And sometimes they go so low that the marketplace comes in and bids the house up. And that's where I always say, pay attention to the days on market of the homes that have sold. If your realtor is showing you homes that have closed in less than 10 days and their listing price was say like $1.2 million, but their closing price was say $1.5 million, and it got done in 9-10 days, they brought the price in so low, unbeknownst to them, the market came in and brought it up. You want to be very strategic because there's a good chance that you probably could have listed it higher and even went further beyond what the sales price would be. So it's always important who you meet with and decide to work with. I always recommend meet with 3 realtors. Everyone knows someone these days. It doesn't matter who you are. A family member, a friend, an acquaintance, a coworker, right, who's moonlighting a realtor. And as a realtor, everybody's leading with the same thing. You work with me, I'll give you a good discount. Don't focus on the discount, you guys. Meet with the 3. The friend, acquaintance, the local person, and then just some random agent so that you can get a good perspective of who has the marketing strategy that's going to allow you to propel that property to a price point that really, is above and beyond fair market. Because if you're selling your home, that's what you want to do. That's something we do beautifully for a lot of our home sellers. We've been averaging anywhere from 107 to 109% over the asking price. The market right now is about 99%, meaning that's what agents are listing and selling their home for. So we're doing something different. And I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm simply saying it to impress upon you. There are agents out there that are the outliers in the industry that can push those results to some pretty astronomical levels. It would behoove you to meet with them. On the buying side, if you're in the market to buy, don't get your hopes down. There's opportunity out there if you have the right professional and you connect with them and your lending partner and you guys put together a strategy and plan so that you can go out and be successful. It's okay. There's only 40 homes for sale. Is what it is. you have to try to make something work out of those 40. I'll tell you what we've been doing for our home buyers. They absolutely love this. Is for our home buyers that aren't like the house has to be 100% dialed in, move-in ready. We've been looking at the homes that have been sitting on the market for 40 plus days. And wouldn't you know it, we're finding opportunities there. That seller and that agent, they're a little bit more open to a lower price. They're open to paying buyer concessions. So we're getting the rates brought down. We're getting the price brought down a little bit too. And that's all because I did a little extra homework to find out what's the situation behind this product and the price. Whereas most agents and most buyers, from what I'm hearing and understanding, is, we didn't go after it because the price was too high, so we didn't even bother. It's like, wait a second, we're in sales. Your realtor's job is to go and sell for you, not just sell you on something, because when you're buying something, they can't sell you on something, but they need to sell you as the buyer to that listing agent and that seller. So you got to find out information. Where are you going? What's the deal with the price? Why are we moving? What's important about the terms? Then you can actually have a little bit more information to go to bat when it comes time to make an offer on a property. So if I was a buyer, that's what I'd be doing. Checking in with your lender partner to ask them, outside of my approval, what else can you do with your timeframes and your back office to make sure I stand out on my offering? And then your realtor, you want to find out, get me some more homework on this property. Where they move in, why are they going, what's important to them? Is it just price? Is it time frame? Is there something else I'm missing that I might be able to provide so that I can have success and get my offer accepted? There's a lot of moving parts in this market, and so it's super important that who you're working with matters to get successful results. Obviously, I would love to be a part of that with you. If you want to have a really fun, cool conversation about real estate, what your plans are, feel free to reach out to me. All of my information is below. Have a great day, and thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Take care.